what is real satisfaction? Real satisfaction is not the feeling that we get when we have a big fancy event or situation, rent a yacht, or make the first million or even billion, or have a holiday in a luxurious resort, or achieve respect, status from something that we have achieved. No. That is the happiness that lasts very short. And people wonder why, no matter how much they achieved, no matter how much respect or success they may have, how come they feel empty? This is it. All those types of things are not happiness. They are an imitation. They are a substitute. To surround oneself with people that feed your ego. It may feel good in those moments, but it doesn't last. And so you turn into a parasite who can't get enough of it. And so you keep hollowing out. You keep growing the emptiness. It's basically what all those things do. Because this is what people end up chasing. This is the trap that is going on in this world. And right now more than ever. And right now we see everyone, almost everyone, more than ever, falling into that trap much faster than ever. Just look online. Just try one single time to look up this idea of, for example, passive income. And after that, 1-2 times of looking that up, the algorithm will start flooding you with it. And if you listen to some of it, or enough of it, in some cases, for some people who need more information to see the bigger picture, then you will start to find that people are basically all selling the same stuff. And most of it is much like a scam, because they are copying each other. They are copying the programs that they participate in themselves to learn how to make passive income, even though there really hardly is such a thing as passive income. It's not really passive. But it sounds amazing. It certainly does. And so then you end up with an internet full of books and full of courses and full of things you can join for payments that teach you how to create these types of passive income, and everybody grow your own business, and everybody quit your job, and basically everybody getting hoarded into the digital world of which you have no control. You are not the one who can switch the power off and on. So, simply said, you have no control. Whatever you do not have in your own hands, you have no control of. So that's another little trap. Maybe you can see where it's all going. It seems rather obvious, doesn't it? So what real happiness is when you are connected with the humans around you. And when you experience yourself going out of your way and making great efforts for the sake of someone else. Not with 50% ego in it, not because you want to be applauded to, not because you want to look like a good one, not because you really want something other than the betterment, the good, the peace, the joy of this other human being. It could be a whole community. It could be the whole neighborhood. It could be the whole circle of friends. It could be the people at your work. It could be sometimes, mostly it's one person, but sometimes it's more than one person that you are going out of your way for and making effort for. And even if people might not see all what you did, this is where you find the meaning of life. And the more we are an example of that, which we want to see in the world, there will always be someone who learns from it, whether you know it or not. You always leave people with some impression. There's always someone who catches on to it. We're just not very good at voicing all the good stuff. It's usually only when something really hurts or bothers somehow like that we helplessly have to voice it. That's why we will tend to complain more than we will tend to show appreciation. That's another effort that we can make, but many times that appreciation ends up being given to the wrong place, where the ego just swells up. So the human nature is not to go around saying thank you all the time, to put it simply. The human nature has the tendency to voice when something is wrong, because it is so much more important to point out what's wrong. Of course, it is up to us to grow, fine-tune our sensitivity, instead of desensitizing and getting lost and hollow. It is up to us to learn, to grow, to fine-tune that sensitivity, to keep growing as a being of love, not a being of ego. To be the love that leads our ego as if it was a little child forever. To never let it out of sight. Happiness, real, true happiness, is when you see that you selflessly made a difference. That is satisfaction. That is how you get to rest in your own being. All the rest is traps, fakes, substitutes, things that desensitize and hollow you out. And you can only imagine what kind of things, energies, call it what you will inhabit that hollow space so that it feels even more hollow, too even painful. And this is why most people who have everything will come and say that I have everything, but I'm not happy, I'm not fulfilled, I'm not satisfied, etc. and so on. This is the reason. These are the reasons, actually. So, it is with great effort, and it is with great resistance, usually, most of the time, that we can remain a being of love. That we can make our choices very consciously by listening to our heart and not our ego. Our ego wants the rush of thriller, bad news, the rush of feeling above somebody else, etc. and so on. All the things that hollow you out and disconnect you so that when you one day pass on, you have no control over anything, you have no choice of what is going to be next. You are no longer on a journey of growth and refinement. You have chosen, you have allowed the ego to choose for you without the guidance of love, which is supposed to be you. Once that is not you anymore, then it all ends really bad. And it is while you are here that you can realize those things and start shifting and finding your way back to who you really are. And if you don't know who you really are, and you have been listening to all the twisted and inverted and hijacked spiritualities out there, those of this world, basically, we can put it as simple as that. If you don't know who you really are, then it is as simple as follows. You find the bits and pieces to clarity about who you are and how powerful you really are. in those moments when you selflessly make greatest efforts for someone else. That is where you get to experience bits and pieces of your power and who you really are. It's as simple as that. And the choice is yours. And if you don't make those choices in this life before it's too late, then once you are no longer in this realm, in this physical body, and have no choice, then you are on a hollowing path. And whatever happens next is not going to be your choice. But there will be certainly lots of illusions about everything, including the idea of if it is good for you the next episode or not. And so with every reincarnation, if you believe in that, the hollowing journey only continues. And the memory of who you really are very easily, very quickly becomes so far away and so distant that you can't even recall, that you can't even sense it. It's like a third awareness, we could call it. It is also